OpenAI just dropped ChatGPT Work, but hold on. Looking at the interface, the projects, the skills, the plugins, and the scheduled tasks, the big question is simple. Is this a real Claude co-work killer or just a copycat with a new name? Today, I'm going to test that with a real workflow, not a polished launch demo. For those who don't know, ChatGPT Work is built for longer work sessions where it can get access to your internal data to automate complex workflows. You can imagine ChatGPT Work is like Claude Co-work. So, is it worth switching from Claude Co-work to ChatGPT Work? Stick around until the end because today I'll review all the features in this platform, and by the end, we'll build a fully automated morning brief workflow entirely with Work. The easiest way to understand Work is to compare it with normal chat. Use chat for quick answers, rewrites, brainstorming, and one-off edits. Use Work when the task has files, repeatable rules, and a finished output. A daily briefing is a good test because it has several moving parts. So I'm testing Work as a workspace for repeatable deliverables, not just another chat window. Now let's look at where you can actually use it. On web, Work is best for cloud-based workflows and browser-based tasks. Mobile version is good at trigger a task and manage workflow from long distance. For this review, the desktop app matters more because I need to access and edit the local folders and output files. Before building anything, the interface is worth checking. The main pieces are the project selector, model settings, effort level, plugins, scheduled tasks, and approval. Model and effort change how much reasoning Work puts into the task. Projects keep the context in one place, so the workflow doesn't start from zero every time. Plugins bring in external data. In this test, that means Gmail and tomorrow.io weather. Skills are the repeatable playbook. They keep the rules, default settings, safety limits, and output format. Approval is the safety layer. You can choose between these options based on your task or needs. However, I highly recommend that you avoid using the full access option. A single mistake by the AI could cause important files to disappear. First, I'm creating a project. This is where I keep the context for the workflow. I don't just want a chat answer. I want Work to create a file I can open and review later. Do you know which should be review now? It is our newsletter website. Subscribe in order to catch up with latest AI news. Now we get to one of the most important features, skills. The skill turns this workflow into something reusable. Instead of repeating a long prompt every morning, I'm creating a skill called Daily Work Briefing. Inside the skill, I define the default setup: New York, the time zone, the email review window, English output, and the local folder. I also define the connected sources: Gmail for work emails and tomorrow.io weather for weather data. After Work finishes, I'm checking the actual skill file it created. I'm looking for the key parts: default settings, connected sources, output format, and quality checks. If those parts are clear, the skill feature is doing its job because the next prompt can be much shorter. Now I'm going to run the skill with a short prompt. As the result comes in, I'm not judging it by how polished it looks. I'm checking whether it is useful. The weather section should be short and tied to the day. The email section should include only messages that need attention. The next actions should be clear enough that I can act without rereading the whole inbox. After Work finishes, I open the output folder and check whether the briefing file is saved in the right place. Finally, I am going to check the drafts that Work creates. You need to make sure it's just a draft and do a review step before send the mail. One quick tip here is you can also apply this skill on Claude Co-work. Now I'm opening the first briefing result. The file includes some categories like the weather summary, selected emails, next steps, etc. For the first try, the briefing is usable, but it needs tighter filtering. I want to know the priority of each items. The why it matters explanations is longer than I expect, and anything that does not need action today should be removed. Now I'm updating the skill with a short, direct prompt. Once the skill is improved, the daily prompt becomes much shorter. Now we can rerun the workflow and compare the new output. This version should feel more like an action list for the day instead of a general inbox summary. When the workflow is refined, the next step is scheduling it. There are two ways to do this: manual or prompt setup. I'll show the manual setup first because it makes the scheduling flow easier to understand. For the manual setup, I need to pin the chat first. That matters because the scheduled task needs a clear chat or workflow context to reuse. After the chat is pinned, I go to Scheduled and create a daily task. Then I select the pinned briefing task, set the repeat schedule to daily, and choose 8 a.m. The second method is using a prompt. Your job is paste this in the chat box, then wait. The prompt method is faster, but the manual method is easier to adjust. At this point, the workflow moves from I run a prompt to Work prepares this on a schedule. I would only schedule it after testing. A bad scheduled workflow just creates bad output every morning. Now I'm showing the scheduled result. I use Run Now button to test the output. So this result should match the previous one. I will check real quick here. This scheduled task is working now. That's it. I have an automated workflow on work now. I almost forget that ChatGPT just released a brand new tool, Sites. This dude can turn a project output into an interactive page, dashboard, or lightweight app. I use the prompt as I show on screen to create a morning briefing website. After 30 minutes of working, I finally have the first preview of the output. The UI and layout look good, but the layout is not strong enough. I think it still needs 1 or 2 more times of adjusting before actually usable. After experiencing ChatGPT Work, I find out some limitations. First, checking usage limit is really inconvenient. I have to click on my avatar here, and it only shows weekly limit. You should check this regularly to manage your quota. Second, do not use full access approval. It can cause you to a lot of trouble if a mistake appears. Third, the plugin logos on the web version also looked broken, which made that part of the interface feel less polished. Last but not least, human reviews still matter the most. Work can misunderstand or add something that should not send to your colleague. Here is my practical takeaway. Use chat when you need a quick response. Use work when the task needs context, tools, files, reusable instructions, and a scheduled output. In this test, the project kept the context in one place. The skill turned a long prompt into a reusable playbook. Plugins brought in real data from Gmail and weather. Scheduled tasks turned the briefing into a daily routine. ChatGPT Work has the most value when the pieces work together as a system. If this breakdown helped you understand how ChatGPT Work fits into real work, subscribe because I'll keep testing these workflows beyond the launch demos. And let me know in the comments, what would you automate first with Work? Thanks for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.